This season is going to bring the drama.
This season, fans can expect to see a little bit of joy, a little bit of pain, and maybe a little bit of closure.
A lot of surprises.
A lot of changes and just new beginnings.
Real, honest situations that they're not going to want to tear their eyes away from. It's pretty spicy.
I would say this season ends with success.
Unexpected.
Closure.
Changes.
Justice.
Where do we even start? The brand new sneak peek of Sister Wives Season 20 has dropped, and fans are left speechless. What they witnessed wasn't the heartwarming family reunion that some anticipated, nor was it the seamless progression of Robyn's so-called dream of togetherness. Instead, what transpired on camera raised more questions than answers. Will this be the season that Kody Brown finally loses the stranglehold he has had for decades? Or is this merely another orchestrated TLC show designed to sweep cracks beneath the rug that can no longer be concealed? The preview doesn't just hint at drama. It virtually guarantees explosive betrayals, dramatic meltdowns, and secrets the Browns desperately attempted to bury. Fans who've been with this show from the beginning are already labeling it the most confusing and most chaotic preview TLC has ever put out. And it is not surprising. What we're getting is the opposite of what we've been led to believe for years. Insiders close to production tell us that there is one thing for certain: nothing that happens this season will happen the way fans expect it to. Before we interpret every other frame of that teaser as full of secret meaning, let's take a breather. If you are interested in being constantly updated on all the new court decisions, banking scandals, and shocking family revelations connected to Sister Wives, be certain to subscribe and press that notification bell now. Trust me, you wouldn't want to miss out on what is coming next. The camera sweeps across a dark room where Kody and Robyn sit side by side, and for a brief second, people believed they were seeing reconciliation. But then came the look on Robyn's face. A look so strained, so forced, it immediately raised suspicion. Was this the face of a woman standing by her husband, or a woman realizing she has tied herself to a sinking ship? And then Christine's voice echoes. The trailer jumps to her, uttering something that had social media going in circles in minutes. "This is not the family I signed up for." Hold on. Didn't Christine already give up? Didn't she say goodbye to Kody and the dysfunctional power dynamic that kept her crying for years? If she is addressing directly into the Season 20 preview, then viewers have to wonder, why is she back on television? And what will she do in the next chapter of the Brown family's continued downfall? These are the questions that TLC hopes viewers are asking, but beneath the glitzy editing and ominous music, sources reveal there is a far more sinister reality. Christine Brown's return in the Sister Wives Season 20 promo is one of the most shocking moments.
Real, honest situations that they're not going to want to tear their eyes away from. It's pretty spicy.
Fans assumed her departure in Season 17 was the conclusion of her narrative, but the promo reveals something entirely different. She is not gone. In fact, her presence, her voice, and even her rebellion appear to dictate the direction of the entire season. The question is, why would TLC bring back Christine into view after she walked away from Kody for good? The solution may be more tactical than emotional. Christine is the Brown family's teller of truth. For years, she was the jealous wife, the one who couldn't get along with Robyn, the one who complained too much. But now, TLC is reframing her as the woman who called out the deception first. In the trailer, her lines, "This is not the family I signed up for," are not merely observations, they are a criticism. And fans took notice. Twitter exploded with theories that Christine has emerged as the de facto narrator of the Brown implosion. As one fan tweeted, Christine didn't leave the show. She took the show with her. But there is a more profound level at work here. Christine's storyline in Season 20 also reveals a fault in Kody and Robyn's narrative. Without Christine, the drama would have languished. Meri has separated herself, Janelle is realistic, and usually shies away from all out fights. Only Christine has been willing to get on camera and confront Kody straight out. That is why her reappearance in the sneak peek is so perplexing and so impactful. It means that TLC understands precisely what the fans crave, the unvarnished, unflinching reality of the fissures within Kody's empire. In the background, rumors are that Christine's engagement wasn't simple to arrange. Insiders claim TLC paid her a significant amount of money, recognizing that without her input, the new season would have been nothing more than Kody and Robyn's scripted story. But Christine's participation has a cost. Because every time she speaks, she comes armed with receipts. And that is where it gets good. The teaser cuts to Christine across from Janelle, her closest friend, and the two share a glance that viewers instantly dubbed the moment of alliance. It is subtle, but the cutting conveys that Christine and Janelle are no longer background extras. They are at the forefront, and they are ready to call out Kody in ways he has never been called out before. That is the reason why the trailer caught so many viewers off guard rather than pining over Robyn's crying or Kody's apologies. It retells the narrative through Christine's eyes. And that pivot may be the start of the end of the patriarch who used to require total control. The season 20 sneak peek for Sister Wives doesn't yell Janelle's name like it, yells Christine's. But don't be fooled. She is just as crucial. For years, Janelle played the practical wife. She managed money. She kept her head down. And she didn't often step onto the emotional front lines. But here in this new trailer, that tranquil composure changes into something else entirely. A tranquil rebellion. In an instant, Christine looks over at Janelle as if passing the baton. And Janelle is not running away. Rather, she leans in, her eyes dug in, her body language unmistakable. She is not supporting Kody. She is not cushioning the news. She is holding firm. This is a significant turning point. For so long, Janelle avoided taking sides, especially when it came to Christine versus Robyn. But the sneak peek reveals that Janelle has chosen her loyalty. And it isn't with Kody. That alone flips the entire family dynamic upside down. But let's pause for a second. Why is Janelle's stance so shocking to viewers who followed this family for over a decade? Because historically, she was the buffer. When Kody fought with Christine, Janelle remained neutral. When Robyn wept, Janelle remained composed. And when Meri was hurt, Janelle remained quiet. That neutrality was her armor. Now, in season 20, the armor is lost. Insiders have implied that Janelle's willingness to finally break ranks has a direct connection to cash. Keep in mind, Janelle's financial security has always been based on family assets, investments, and promises made by Kody. But after all those years of seeing her money going into Robyn's lavish lifestyle while her own future got pushed onto the back burner, Janelle has had enough. The trailer makes it clear her loyalty lies with Christine and not with the man who didn't look out for her best interests. And the kicker is, TLC realizes viewers adore Janelle's solid, no-drama attitude. By standing her next to Christine in the trailer, they're building the ultimate pair. Christine has the emotion, Janelle has the logic together, they can't be beaten. In one of the teaser's most discussed moments, Janelle softly states, "This isn't sustainable anymore." Plain words, but heartbreaking in context. Sustainable for whom? For Kody? For Robyn? For the fiat of harmony they've held on to even as the cracks spread. It is the sort of line that doesn't require yelling. It is a knife inserted between the ribs. And fans caught on right away. Reddit comments went wild, with people quipping that Janelle almost never makes absolute statements. To state the condition as unsustainable means that this is not merely a matter of feelings. It is a matter of survival in a financial, emotional, and structural sense. The Brown family cannot continue as they have. So what does this do for Kody? It means the two wives who once carried him, Christine with her devotion and Janelle with her pragmatism, are now united against him. And that is a battle even Kody's bravado might not withstand. The Sister Wives Season 20 sneak peek gives us another familiar scene, Robyn crying, her trembling voice, the tears rolling down her cheeks, the emotional plea. It's the same act viewers have seen for years. But this time something has changed. Rather than sympathy, the viewers responded with distrust, even anger. Why? Because the fans no longer believe it. For more than a decade, Robyn's tears have been employed to rewind the story. Each time the family breaks up, each time Kody gets called out, Robyn's tears somehow command the attention back on her hurt. But this season 20 teaser reveals a change. Social media reactions weren't full of sympathy. They were full of eye rolls. One supporter wrote on Twitter, "Robyn sobbing again, yawn. We demand accountability, not crocodile tears." And the most revealing thing, even in the trailer itself, the cutting undermines her. In one shot, Robyn cries, claiming she simply wanted a family. Next, Christine's harsh words crash into the scene. This is not the family I signed up for. TLC made a point to put Robyn's vulnerability side by side with Christine's brutal reality. The tone is unmistakable. Viewers aren't to feel sorry for Robyn this time, they're to doubt her. Tips from insiders say that was the plan. TLC knows fans are tired of the poor Robyn storyline, and the new season might finally expose what many believe has been obvious for years, that Robyn has benefited the most from Kody's favoritism, financially and emotionally, while the other wives were left in ruins. Even Kody's body language in the trailer reveals something. As Robyn cries, he sits stiff, his jaw clenched, almost annoyed. For once, not even Kody leaps to her defense, and that leaves a chilling question. If Kody is no longer defending Robyn, then who is she without his protection? What is more stunning, though, is how the fans now view Robyn's emotional outbursts. On Reddit, one viewer encapsulated it best. Robyn's tears aren't about loss, they're about losing control. That changes everything. If Robyn's not crying because she is devastated, but because she knows her influence is dwindling, then season 20 isn't necessarily about reconciliation or rebuilding. It is about the disintegration of the final power system propping up Kody, and that is where things get confusing. The preview sets up Robyn as both victim and villain, sometimes in the same scene. One moment, she is crying about the death of the family dream. The next, Christine and Janelle shoot each other a knowing look that implies Robyn's crocodile tears are nothing but an act. The actual question season 20 will make viewers face is this: will Robyn finally be revealed as the mastermind behind the Brown family implosion, or will TLC once again attempt to hide her behind sympathetically edited tears? For now, the trailer leaves it hanging. But public opinion is shifting, and Robyn's tears might not be enough to save her this time. If one thing can be gleaned from the Sister Wives season 20 preview, it is this: Kody Brown doesn't seem like the self-assured patriarch he used to be. The man who strutted into the early seasons, preaching about his vision of family unity, is now shown cornered, defensive, and increasingly isolated. The trailer doesn't give him the commanding voice he's used to. Instead, his words sound like excuses, fragmented statements that fail to land with the authority he once carried. Viewers noted that even when he speaks, the camera often cuts away to reactions from Christine, Janelle, or even his own children, reactions filled with doubt, disbelief, or outright rejection. It's a striking image. The patriarch of the Brown family, once untouchable, now a man on trial in his own home. One of the most jarring moments comes when Kody slams his fist on the table, insisting, "I've given everything to this family." At face value, it is a familiar statement. Kody has long positioned himself as the selfless leader, but under the context of the season 20 preview, it doesn't sound like strength. It sounds like desperation. Christine's quick retort, her placid but acerbic voice, punctures his tantrum. "You gave to yourself, Kody. We gave it to you." It is the type of moment that stays with you. It rewires Kody's entire story, transforming him from misunderstood patriarch to narcissistic puppet master. And viewers are lapping it up. One TikTok went viral, splicing the scene with commentary branding Kody, a man finally realizing his wives aren't his employees anymore. The comments were the same: Kody is out of options. More revealing is Kody's bodily presence in the trailer. Undefined Didi's former brash swagger appears muted. His eyes flicker nervously. His hands fidget. Body language analysts on the internet noted that Kody is smaller than ever before. Not physically, but in presence. The power dynamic has changed, and it is evident. So what has cornered him? Insiders claim it is a mix of all that he has neglected for so long: financial stress from subsidizing Robyn's household, while the other wives had to scramble emotional trauma from Christine's very public exit, which motivated fans and gave cover to the other wives. Resentment building among his kids, who no longer view him as the patriarch he purports to be. The preview condenses all that into a few seconds, but the takeaway is clear. This season will not depict Kody as leader of a successful plural marriage. It will depict him as a man trying to save a disintegrating empire while the individuals closest to him leave him behind. And the most shocking aspect of all, undefined at the teaser intimates that even Robyn, his self-proclaimed favorite, can't be relied upon to save him this time. One of the strongest moments in the Sister Wives season 20 preview isn't from Christine, Janelle, or even Robyn. It is from the Brown kids. For years, They were the backdrop, smiling in family photos, chiming in with placating lines, and pretty much steering clear of the central drama between their parents. But here in this trailer, the children emerge from the darkness, and their words pierce deeper than anything the wives have uttered. The trailer flashes a brief shot of Gabriel, his voice cracking as he utters, "He doesn't even know us anymore." It is not much, but it is enough to make viewers reel. That line isn't simply about absence, it is about abandonment. Fans inundated social media, highlighting the fact that the kids' bitterness has been simmering for years, especially after Kody shifted most of his focus to Robyn's home. Another unsettling clip captures Gwendolyn violently shaking her head in disbelief and saying, "He is rewriting history." It is an incriminating allegation, implying that Kody is attempting to manipulate history in his direction and that his children are accusing him of lying, and that is precisely what makes the involvement of the children so devastating for Kody. In contrast to the wives, who are easily painted as bitter or jealous, the children have a different sort of credibility when they claim they've been ignored. Everyone believes them. When they swear that Kody plays favorites, fans notice decades of evidence supporting their claims. The trailer consciously picks up on this intergenerational rebellion. By editing between Kody's defensive tirades and his kids' raw, emotional responses, TLC constructs a narrative in which the patriarch isn't just losing his grip on his marriages, but also on the respect of his children. From a production perspective, it is a goldmine. The fans have long wondered how the children really felt, but their voices were seldom at center. Now, the sneak peek sets them up as central narrators of the collapse. This change heralds that season 20 isn't merely about wives exiting Kody. It is about the breakdown of his identification as a father and leader. A Reddit thread got it right. The kids are the jury now. They're delivering the verdict the wives started. That verdict is devastating. Kody is not the man he claims to be. The emotional weight of the children's testimony also raises the stakes. Viewers know that once kids speak publicly, the wounds run deep. Relationships can break between spouses and eventually heal, but when children sever ties, it often signals a permanent fracture. The teaser suggests just that, a permanent rift between Kody and several of his children. And if season 20 is going to prove that rift growing further, then the disorientation viewers felt from the teaser isn't disorientation at all. It is acknowledgement that the show is not so much about polygamy anymore. It is about the destruction Kody leaves in his wake. Just as fans thought they'd seen the last of Meri, the Sister Wives season 20 promo snuck in a scene that left longtime fans stunned. Here she was, Meri Brown, in her stiff posture in a chair, her face expressionless, her voice steady but cutting. It is surprising because Meri has worked so long to distance herself from the drama. Her narrative in the past few seasons has been about independence, her business ventures, her independent travels, and her effort to create an identity separate from Kody's shadow. But in the trailer, she is yanked back into the family fold, and her words, they cut deep. The clip features Meri speaking the following words: "You can't keep pretending, Kody. No more." It is the sort of declaration that comes with years of restraint finally dissolving. Why is it so effective? Because Meri has so frequently been reduced to the wife who lingered too long, tolerated scraps of attention as Kody gave emphasis to Robyn. But the trailer reverses that narrative. For the first time in a long time, Meri looks like someone who sees through the facade and is willing to speak out. Fans immediately latched onto this moment. On Twitter, one post went viral. "Meri is done whispering. This is the Meri we've been waiting for." That energy has sparked debates across fan forums. Is Meri finally ready to close the chapter for good, or is she setting herself up to rewrite her place in the narrative? The irony is difficult to overlook. For years, Kody presented Meri as the problematic one, the wife who wasn't happy, who unnecessarily created tension. And yet, here she is in season 20, dropping a bombshell of truth that bears out what Christine and Janelle have complained about all along. It is nearly poetic. But there is also confusion. The preview does not state where Meri is. Is she joining the alliance of Christine and Janelle in their rebellion against Kody? Or is she just complaining and then backing down again? TLC makes a point to leave it ambiguous, guaranteeing that fans will be watching to see if Meri becomes an ally or a wild card. What is certain, however, is that her presence introduces another layer of tension to Kody's breakdown. The patriarch is not only challenged by Christine and Janelle's rebellion, he is not only working with children who openly critique him, he is now faced with the wife who lasted the longest, the one he used to claim would stand by him forever no matter how temporary an arrangement it was. That, maybe, is the biggest humiliation of all. And if Meri really does choose to side with Christine and Janelle this season, then season 20 will be more than just Kody against his wives. It'll be Kody against all of his past failed marriages combined. The sneak peek sets up exactly that potentiality. And viewers are more invested than ever. All Sister Wives viewers understand that money has long been the unofficial villain of the series. From battles over real estate regarding Kody Pass to rumors about who actually signs the TLC paychecks, money has quietly instigated every large conflict within the Brown family. But in the season 20 preview, TLC doesn't merely suggest money drama. They throw it in our faces. The teaser quickly flashes a stack of documents on a table, and fans see a glimpse of the words financial disclosure. The camera then cuts to Janelle shaking her head, grumbling, "This doesn't add up." A few seconds later, Christine drops a folder and says, "We were lied to." And that is all it took. Hours after the trailer dropped, fan boards exploded with theories. What financial trail are Christine and Janelle tracing? Who exactly deceived them? And does it all go back to the years of speculation that Kody and Robyn poured money into their dream house while the other wives scrambled for security? The money narrative isn't new, but how season 20 presents it is, rather than vague grievances about money. The sneak peek features receipts, actual proof. Fans are now anticipating that the season provide what so many have been calling for decades, an accounting of where the Brown family's wealth went and who profited the most, and the implications are enormous. If the money narrative unfolds as the trailer proposes, Kody and Robyn may find themselves depicted as not just favored but exploitative outright. The wives who sacrificed decades to the plural marriage may finally reveal proof that their loyalty was repaid with betrayal. Social media has already given this angle a nickname, the financial fraud season. While it's too early to know whether TLC will frame it as fraud, mismanagement, or simply favoritism, the trailer plants the idea in fans' minds. Even more telling is how Robyn reacts in the clip. As Christine and Janelle call for explanations, the camera remains on Robyn's face. She isn't surprised, she is frightened. And that fright says all viewers need to know. Because guilt speaks volumes without words. Insiders say that money is the only subject Kody has ever worked to keep out of the viewfinder. But with Christine and Janelle not willing to remain quiet, season 20 could finally bring the family finances into the light. And if the teaser is any indication, the fallout could destroy whatever scraps of unity remain. Fans have wanted transparency for years, and TLC seems ready to cash in on that demand. The money bombshell isn't a subplot, it is the foundation of the whole new season. And it is going to turn the Brown family's internal squabbles into public responsibility. The money bombshell of the season 20 preview is volatile on its own, but the way TLC sets it up suggests something larger. Legal implications. The trailer doesn't merely have Christine and Janelle flipping through documents, it presents words such as court, settlement, and assets in rapid succession with quick shots, accompanied by ominous music. It is the kind of editing decision intended to drive viewers crazy, and it succeeded. Fans instantly started speculating, is season 20 going to include actual legal proceedings? For years, there has been speculation about whether lawsuits are possible based on the Browns' complicated finances. The property transactions of the family, particularly with Kody Pass, have been contentious for many years. The fans have raised questions that the land has remained undeveloped for so many years, yet Robyn and Kody live in a multi-million-dollar residence. The issue has always been, where did the money end up, and who gets what? The trailer hints that season 20 would potentially open up those questions for all to see. One of the chilling lines is spoken by Christine, her tone biting. If the court saw this, they'd laugh in your face. The remark is abrupt, but it is not accidental. TLC wants viewers to think that the Browns' money issues are no longer family drama. They're issues that would hold up in court, fueling the fire. The preview also features a confessional from Janelle, who asserts, "I kept the records, he can't deny it." That single sentence sent Reddit threads into a tailspin. Fans are now convinced that Janelle has evidence of financial mismanagement, and that evidence could be a central storyline of the new season. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Legal disputes make for compelling television because they turn private chaos into public accountability. If season 20 is suggesting court filings or settlements, then the show is leaving the world of emotional storytelling behind and entering the world of hard consequences. This is the source of the puzzlement fans experienced when viewing the teaser. Sister Wives has spent years dealing with emotional fallout, favoritism, jealousy, tears, but season 20 appears to bring a new element, accountability to the law. And here is the payoff, even if actual court proceedings don't ensue. The fact that TLC is embracing this legal narrative context indicates they're willing to up the ante. The patriarch versus his wives isn't a private soap opera anymore. It is beginning to resemble a case for the books. If there is one thing TLC has become expert at over the years, it is the art of the deceptively edited trailer. And the Sister Wives Season 20 teaser may be their most expertly edited one yet. At first glance, it appears to be utter chaos. Christine banging files, Janelle throwing accusations, Robyn crying, Kody screaming. But if you look hard enough, a couple of those moments don't quite add up. Fans were quick to catch on. On Reddit, one perceptive viewer noted that a cut of Christine claiming, "We were lied to," was inserted over a whole different location from the scene where she is examining the financial documents. Another pointed out that Kody's table slam in anger bore a suspicious resemblance to a similar shot last season, but framed differently. This is TLC in a nutshell. Take a separate incident, edit it together, and make it look like one dramatic showdown, the aim to make fans talk. And based on the response, it was a complete success. But then comes the confusion. Viewers know TLC manipulates footage, yet the sneak peek feels even more deceptive than usual. The trailer seems designed to spark endless questions without giving any real answers. Is Christine actually back in full-time filming, or was her soundbite pulled from a one-off interview? Is Meri truly confronting Kody, or was her line lifted from another context? Are legal references drawn from actual lawsuits, or merely metaphorical family wars? The editing goes out of its way to blur the distinction. Own YouTube commentators succinctly captured it. This isn't a preview, it is bait. They want us to fight each other online before the season even airs. And they're right, TLC lives on speculation, and this trailer is a masterclass in stoking it. Even music choices contribute to telling a story. The trailer transitions from tight strings during Christine's and Janelle's accusations to mournful piano chords as Robyn sobs. That emotional manipulation creates a sense that Robyn is the tragic heart of the story, even as the actual words subvert her claim. Fans have dubbed this strategy sympathy bait, and many are no longer buying it. The editing tricks also betray something significant about the network's priorities. By editing scenes to serve up maximum confusion, TLC guarantees that audiences will watch not only for answers, but verification of whether or not they were correct in their predictions. Each shot in the sneak peek is meant to make noise, and that noise directly turns into ratings. At the end of the day, the Season 20 trailer may not reveal to us what actually happens, but it reveals to us precisely what TLC desires us to believe happens. Undefined end, that is why it has caused so much online controversy. Fans are labeling it manipulative. Undefined TLC labels it marketing. Either way, it succeeded. The instant TLC released the Season 20 preview, the web went wild. Within hours, Reddit comment threads spanned into hundreds of posts, TikTok videos garnered thousands of likes, and YouTube reactors were already analyzing frame by frame. On Reddit, the Sister Wives fans didn't waste a moment. One comment thread headlined, "What did we just watch?" was a hotbed of theories. Fans argued if Christine's comment that she felt betrayed was directed towards Robyn, or if it was an astute TLC edit from a different argument altogether. Others homed in on Janelle's paperwork moment, debating whether it was related to the notorious Coyote Pass land or was a new money bombshell. Facebook comments varied from cynical, "This is 90% editing magic, and I don't believe anything until the season finishes," to optimistic, "Even if it is staged, at least we're finally seeing Christine standing up to Kody once more." On TikTok, it went viral in a snap. Creatives sewed the trailer into reaction clips, halting frame by frame to point out expressions, tone changes, and dodgy cuts. A popular TikTok with almost 500,000 views dwelled on one shot, Robyn wiping tears away. The caption of the creator was, "She is crying again, but look at how no one is consoling her this time." That observational hint struck fans who think that Robyn's hold on Kody is beginning to slip. Other TikTokers went with the laugh route. Memes engulfed the platform, with Christine holding papers edited to dramatic music, and comments such as, "When you finally calculate how much Kody owes you." The combination of humor and criticism kept the debate going long after the first trailer drop. On Twitter X, however, fans aired their gripes directly at TLC. One post that received some traction read, "Stop playing with our emotions, TLC. Just tell us the truth. Did Christine really sue them or not?" Another trending post ridiculed the editing stunts. The Sister Wives trailer is like a Marvel movie now. So many fake outs, you can't trust anything. Not every response was negative, though. Some fans were actually excited, posting things like, "Even if they edit it, I am ready for the drama. Bring it on, season 20. The YouTube reaction community also weighed in, shows that document Sister Wives on a daily basis quickly published analysis pieces, each of which advanced their own hypotheses regarding what was real and what was staged. Headlines such as "Christine's return confirmed" and "Evidence that Kody lost controls" generated hundreds of thousands of hits in a matter of days. The consensus overall? Confusion, excitement, and suspicion packaged together. And that is precisely what TLC desired. By sharing just enough clues to feed rumors, they made their prophecy unpaid evangelists, spreading the tease on every social media platform. The fan reaction indicates one thing unequivocally: whatever they hate or love about the Browns, viewers can't take their eyes away. And in season 20, TLC appears willing to keep them stuck on each shot. If there is one thread common to all seasons of Sister Wives, it is Robyn's tears. And in the season 20 preview, TLC relies very heavily on that image again. We watch Robyn wiping her face, crying as she tells us something about losing everything we built. The trailer lingers on her feelings longer than just about anybody else's, making her appear to be the emotional center of the story. But not everyone is convinced. For years, Robyn has been singled out as the favorite wife, the one who got ahead while everyone else was stuck in the trenches. Viewers have accused her of manipulating Kody, isolating him from the rest of the family, and reaping the rewards of his loyalty. So when the trailer paints her as the victim once again, many fans aren't buying it. One Redditor summed it up bluntly: "Every season, it's Robyn's tears. I'm over it. Wailing won't dissipate the decisions she made." Another wrote, "If TLC believes they can remake her sympathetic, they are underestimating how long fans have been tuned in." But not everyone hates Robyn. Some fans point out that the criticism is unnecessary. They say Robyn didn't invent Kody's dictatorial tendencies. She just happened to be the one who got aligned with them. In that way, her crying indicates the burden of being bound to Kody as his kingdom collapses. Yet, how TLC edits her part is revealing. The decision to foreground her crying implies that producers want to position her as the center of the drama, regardless of whether viewers empathize or not. Robyn is both villain and victim to TLC, depending on who is viewing it. And either case, it gets everyone talking. What is really fascinating in the season 20 preview is how alone Robyn looks. In previous seasons, her crying would typically be followed by Kody jumping to her aid or her children gathering around to console her. But here she is by herself, sobbing with no apparent support. And that slight difference hasn't escaped the fans. One YouTube commentator posted, "The editing makes her look abandoned. Is TLC insinuating that Kody can't even defend Robyn anymore?" Another tweeter posted, "For once I witnessed her crying and didn't have the impression she was in charge. I believe she is genuinely afraid this time. If TLC is going out of its way to portray Robyn as isolated, it might mean a bigger narrative for season 20, the decline of her power. Fans can now potentially witness cracks in her relationship with Kody, a subject oft rumored but never actually delivered on camera. Aside from that, there is potential danger. Overemphasizing Robyn's tears could pay back in spades, reinforcing fan exhaustion and adding more heat to the backlash. TLC must tread a delicate line between sympathy and oversaturation. Whether you adore her or dislike her, what can't be denied is that Robyn's involvement in the sneak peek has once again positioned her as the show's most polarizing personality, and Season 20 appears to widen that chasm more than ever before. No preview of Sister Wives would be complete without Kody Brown's signature tantrums, and Season 20's teaser provides just that. In perhaps the most buzzed-about moment, Kody bangs his hand on a table, the color rising up to his face with anger as he yells something about betrayal. The trailer doesn't reveal who he is yelling at, but the anger is palpable. For years, Kody has been the patriarch, the man who asks for loyalty while making all the decisions for the rest of them. But the sneak peek makes one thing certain: that privilege is fading away. His authority isn't just questioned, it's openly challenged by the very people who once tried to keep the peace. Christine's sharp accusations, Janelle's paperwork, and Meri's icy remarks all point to a new reality where Kody isn't the unquestioned leader anymore. Instead, he looks cornered, lashing out in desperation as his control crumbles in front of the cameras. Fans have noticed the shift on Reddit. One person posted, "Kody doesn't appear to be the leader of a family anymore. He appears to be a man attempting not to drown." Another said, "Each time he screams, it sounds less intimidating and more pathetic. No one's listening to him." And that is what makes his Season 20 appearance so compelling. Kody's rage had always been the propellant on the show, but it now appears empty. The louder he screams, the lonelier he looks. TLC's editing emphasizes that irony, moving from his table slam to mute shots of Christine or Janelle calmly glaring him down. It creates an image of a man whose intimidation mechanisms have worn off. Social media responses have been in line with that too. TikTok users have cycled Kody's angry moments into memes, captioned usually with "when nobody takes Dad seriously anymore." On Twitter, fans mocked the trailer, comparing his authority to a boss who already got fired but still comes to the office. Even loyal viewers who once came to his defense are now beginning to admit that his dominance is dissipating. One loyal fan tweeted, "I thought Kody was misunderstood. Now I have a man who has totally lost control of his family and himself." The preview also teases something deeper. Fear between the screaming, there is a glimpse of Kody sitting quietly, hands to his face. It is only a couple of seconds, but fans noticed that pause indicates that under all the anger is panic. He sees the empire he created disintegrating, and nothing can prevent it with all his yelling. Kody's deteriorating power isn't a subplot, it is the central issue of Season 20's drama. For the first time, fans aren't wondering if he'll lose his temper, they're asking when. After breaking down every frame, one thing is clear. The Season 20 sneak peek of Sister Wives is less about answers and more about questions. TLC has crafted a trailer that shocks, teases, and manipulates all at once, leaving fans unsure what's real and what's clever editing. Christine's fiery words, Janelle's paperwork, Meri's stinging comments, Robyn's tears, and Kody's outbursts all swirl together into a whirlwind of confusion, and that is the whole idea. The network is aware that viewers will spend weeks breaking down these previews, generating non-stop controversy and building anticipation leading up to the premiere. But aside from the promotion gimmicks, the preview shows us something larger. The Browns are no longer a family held together by Kody's authority. They're broken, resentful, and openly combatant in ways they haven't been before. For loyal fans, this is a turning point. Season 20 doesn't only guarantee drama, it guarantees to finally provide some answers as to whether the Brown dynasty can survive in the first place. Fans are left with disturbing questions. Is Christine actually back to put old business to rest, or was she a one-time shocker? Will Janelle's financial proof reveal fraud that turns everything around? Can Meri break free from decades of emotional control once and for all? And most importantly, is Kody finally confronting the breakdown of the life he guarded for years? Undefined it is these unaddressed questions that have caused a perfect storm of speculation and anticipation. On social media, fans are calling Season 20 the most unpredictable chapter yet. Some feel it will be the last of the show, a wrap-up season where everything comes crashing down. Others think it's just the beginning of an even darker era with new revelations that will keep the cameras rolling. One YouTube fan put it best. Season 20 doesn't look like reality television anymore. Undefined, it looks like the aftermath of a war. And maybe that's the real shock. Undefined after years of polygamy struggles, family drama, and Kody's dominance. The sneak peek shows a family that's not just divided, it's unrecognizable. Whatever we might perceive it to be, heartbreaking, entertaining, or manipulative. One thing is for sure, Sister Wives Season 20 won't be overlooked. TLC demanded to be confused, and they were destroyed, but they also received something else, a viewing audience which can't help but turn their heads. Stay tuned, folks, because if the preview is this incendiary, the entire season is going to rock everything we assumed about the Brown family.